Ravensoft just did this new update, and this is specifically for Warzone. So there's only a couple big key takeaways. One, RCXD car removed from the buy stations, and it's now specifically in the containment monitors. This is just the biggest troll that they did. They did this April 1st, basically. It was actually just before it. So it's been a couple weeks now of them having this RC car as the bottom slot, which is driving, I'm sure, all console players or controller players out of their mind. But even clicking it, I've clicked it wrong multiple times now. Not a big fan of how they, they introduced the RC car. And the RC car also kind of sucks, especially in solos, you know. Fixed a couple bugs with that. The protocol missiles, they turned the volume down. It's now landing off out of the play zone, so it should be less annoying as you're actually playing it. This was a massive fix, though. Fixed a bug with Modern Warfare sniper scopes and variable zoom scopes were not displaying glint. So if you put a variable optic on your SPR, your HDR, Car 98, it didn't show you any glint. This is something I first noticed. I believe I was playing with King Richard, and we killed somebody who was using HDR variable. We couldn't find him in the woods while he was sniping at us because we weren't getting glint, but he kept on hitting shots. Well, after that, we saw some videos released. It was confirmed that there was no glint on these guns. I was fixed a bug with Modern Warfare weapon perks where they were not having their intended effects. This was another issue. I actually didn't even know about this one until I was playing with Iceman Isaac, and he told me that the perks for the actual weapons on Modern Warfare weren't working. So, like, focus on the Car 98. So, and I actually haven't been running into Car 98s killing me from that recently, so that's probably why. That's been fixed, and now it's going to be working as intended. This is the big one, though. They just introduced this pistol less than a week ago, the new Sykov pistol. They not only made the hipfire worse when you're doing full auto, which is how you use it when you're using it akimbo, but they also made akimbo now you run slower, and the 80-round drum mag also makes you move 5% slower. So if you use it as everybody's been using it, it's actually going to decrease your movement speed by 10%, which is a lot because you use the pistols for a lot of mobility to reposition, especially since you don't need to aim down sight. You can just keep on flying on people, similar to how the FAR can have crazy fast strafe speed across corners. There's also a hipfire penalty, making it even worse, and it mentions ADS movement speed reduction by 7%, but of course that wouldn't matter with the 80-rounder because you're using it akimbo, you're going to hipfire, but you don't get away so easily. If you're using all of those things together, 140 millimeter full auto and the 80 round mag, I can't say that for some reason, 25% damage reduction as well. That is ludicrous. This is an extremely high nerf. At least on paper, this seems like a big nerf to me in terms of movement speed, accuracy, so you're going to miss more shots, and it's a 25% damage penalty too. That being said, they were pretty nuts, but yeah. That was just clarified by Raven with this tweet here, that it's going to be only if you're doing in combination all of those things. So theoretically, maybe it's still good, single pistol, and that's what I'll ask you guys, what you guys think about it or what you've seen so far as we do get into it. But that was the update that just happened today. This, my friends, is the Season 3 official thing from the Call of Duty website. So you can see the full overview. April 22nd. A new era to the fight begins. And I wanted to point something out. I actually commented on this on the picture that they had posted up on their Facebook page as well. But let me zoom in this for you. Warzone map update. Let me zoom in even more. This is as zoomed in as I can pretty much get it here. Warzone map update. So it doesn't say new map. So everybody who's still telling me that this map is getting nuked and we're wiping Verdansk and going somewhere different, we got some. I think we're gonna have more doomsday sayers continuing on. I don't think the nuke is coming this Wednesday. Personally, this is just another thing that I'm using as an indicator for me. All right. Obviously, we have seen leaks in the past. We've talked about this where it does appear that we're going to be going back in time on Warzone to the 80s. That's what we saw a couple videos of. Those videos got taken down off the internet because something had posted and then somebody recorded it and uploaded it, and then that was taken down. So my guess, and this is what I've been saying for a couple weeks now, is that it's still going to be mostly the same. Like the map, if you're just going back in time, it's still going to be Verdansk. Like I'm guessing like 70-80% of the map is still going to be the same, but there's going to be differences in terms of, obviously, you are back in time, back in the 80s, the stadium's still being built. There's probably going to be a couple points of interest that do change. So it's still going to be Verdansk, it's still going to be the same map and different. There's been a whole bunch of speculation. We talked a lot about that on stream. If you have more ideas, come by the stream, talk about some of that too if you would like. There is a new Warzone event, Hunt for Adler, which we'll talk about that in a second when we get down to it, as well as 6 new weapons, the operators, and those are the big things. So let's take a look at some of these as well here. I'm going to go back to the main page here and we'll go through this. If you want to read the full story and stuff, you can. Read the new Hunt for Adler limited time event will task operators with a unique in-game challenge in both Black Ops Cold War and in Warzone. So this is going to be a Warzone event. To learn of Adler's whereabouts, complete these intel challenges to unlock event rewards, including weapon charms, calling cards, new operator skin, and more. You can find more details about this in the actual game between the play and weapons icon. So if you guys have played in any of the events before, they put a new tab here and it gives you a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. This is probably just going to be a fully fledged one, similar to what we had with like the Halloween with the zombies that had happened in the past. Here's the new operators as well. These look kind of cool. These are going to be through the season pass, and price finally arrives as well. Looking pretty good in my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? You down for some price action in this one? And then, of course, we got 6 new weapons. Now, it did say, it seems like these are going to be for both Cold War and Warzone. From everything that I can tell, it does look like it's going to be for both of them, for all 6 of these. So that's kind of cool. Let me see here. So we got the PPSH 41 SMG. This is the only one that actually mentioned where it came from, and this was from level 15 of the Battle Pass. So, of course, you can get these for free. You just got to level up your free Battle Pass even just to level 15. PPSH. Good aggro, rapid fire rate, high capacity capabilities, good for aggressive gameplay, looks interesting. Also, the Swiss K31 sniper rifle. Maybe some hype for a little bit of sniper. Somebody in chat even mentioned the CX-9. No mention of the CX-9 nor the LMG. Those are Cold War weapons, or excuse me, those are Modern Warfare weapons, not Cold War, and this is a Cold War Season Pass update. So I don't know how they're going to be introducing some of those guns. Obviously, we just have the pistol, the Sykov being introduced, which is a Modern Warfare gun. Potentially, it's just something that they sprinkle in throughout the game, or maybe they leave for later, or I don't know how they're going to be introducing those, but that's not on the list. The second one, though, is the K31 Swiss sniper rifle. I'm always down for a sniper rifle, and the way that it's kind of mentioned, it makes me think that this is going to be a competitor for the Kar 98. The bolt-action sniper rifle boasts exceptional accuracy as well as fast rechamber and aiming sight speeds, which is exactly what the Kar 98 is pretty much known for, right? But with a large ammo capacity, which, I mean, the Kar 98 usually has 5 bullets, right? So if it has a larger ammo capacity than that and still maintains it, this could be the predecessor. I mean, this could be what takes the Kar 98 over, finally, which obviously the SPR kind of works for, but not to the same extent of what the Kar 98 is. Like, the Kar 98 still has its entirely own category what to use. But aggressive sharpshooters will be in their element with this new rifle. So that's exactly what you see with people running the Kar 98 in the first place. So I'm pretty optimistic with how this is going to actually translate for it. Obviously, we don't know how it's going to work out. We don't know the bullet drop, blah, blah, blah. But I'm very excited for that one. Also, the ballistics knife. Anybody play Black Ops 1? Successor. There you go. I can talk just as good as I can read, and I suck at reading. Okay, ballistics knife, melee. Anybody play Black Ops 1? Remember this? So this is going to be basically like the M16, the AUG, mid-range burst weapon. This thing looks absurd to me. I don't know if it looks like this looks like a railgun or something. I don't know. Obviously, I don't really know in general a lot of those things, but hell, when that comes out, we might have a new M16/AUG on our hand. We'll see how the rebalance goes, obviously, on Wednesday as well when the actual full season drops. The AMP-63, this is going to be another in-season. This is going to be a secondary pistol, so I don't really expect a lot of this, although looking at the Sykov that came out, maybe that was a little bit of an exception for how that worked, but maybe that'll be cool, as well as a baseball bat that's going to be added mid-season as well. Warzone intel, though. This is going to be, again, for Wednesday, 100%. If you guys have been looking at these computers that happen underneath the map in some of these little bunkers, there's the percentage that's been going up from 5% to 33, 60, whatever. 100%. Oh, shoot. Almost all communication resources within Verdansk are dedicated to ensuring the survival of all operators through the containment protocol. Talks about the story so far, how it's kind of been developing. And then they don't really give us too much insight to this, but just so you guys know the timing of this, the situation in Verdansk has hit a critical level. It seems that the combat zones have become too dangerous for even tier 1 operators to survive in, although I'm the exception. I can survive in anything. Even put me in with a bunch of randoms. I can survive that too. Though it's recommended you clear your schedule for the week and ready yourself for the crescendo of utter chaos within the war zone. Be certain you're available for Operation Rapid Sunder throughout Wednesday, April 21st and beyond. So this sentence right here, this is why I think this is going to be a live real-time event, similar to what, if you guys were there when Stadium opened up, when the map first came out, Stadium was all closed off. It then opened up. We got a couple teasers leading up to that as well, with these videos of explosions going off near Stadium, through Stadium, and then on that day, if you queued in at that time. And then they also had it a couple days afterwards if you came online at the correct time. So in case you couldn't be there actually at that time for the event, there should be something on that weekend and future times. Just look at the schedule, and they'll update it here, as well as if you want a link, I can get you a link too. But it was something that was a real-time event. So you would queue into it, and then it was a specific game that you played through it. I'm guessing that's what is going to be something similar for, and it's going to start April 21st on Wednesday, and it says Beyond 2. Could be totally wrong with that, but based off of everything and what I'm reading here and what I've heard from other people too, and what they think, that's my guess. I don't know if we're all in agreement on that or not, but Armistice Command Central will be communicating directly to all operators with further instructions starting at 12 p.m. Pacific on April 21st. If you guys were here, we actually got this during my 100K charity tournament that I hosted, the Moving Mountains tournament. Warzone Call of Duty actually sent us this hard hat and a note that said on April 21st at noon Pacific, that specific time, as well as they posted something on Twitter, basically something's going to be happening. And so that's why all these things are kind of leading up to it, and that's why, you know, some more evidence for potentially something happening on it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Then they say the Season 3 update, file size information, basically keep 360 or 469, 420 some odd gigabytes free. Go ahead and buy a new Xbox. Go ahead and buy a brand new PS5 just for this update. That should basically cover it, just because, you know, they already take up about 800 gigabytes. They're going to need about 420 more gigabytes for this one, for this update. Maybe 69 additionals for it later on. We'll see how it goes. But you need to basically buy a new computer as well. Would be good if you are playing on PC. Go ahead and get a new 2 terabyte hard drive. Should cover just this patch, and then get ready for another one after that. This, my friends, is the Season 3 official thing from the Call of Duty website. So you can see the full overview. April 22nd, a new era for the fight begins. And I wanted to point something out. I actually commented on this.